Good morning, this is Andy Warner with Our East Tennessee, and I'm here at the Kingsport Farmers Market with Jim LaFollette from Churchill. And Jim, thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So behind us, we've got some amazing looking produce, and I think most of this came from your
Most
property.
of it came from my property, yeah.
Okay, so where did you get started? How did you get started? When did all this begin?
It began about 75 years ago when I was born
Okay.
into the farmer family.
All right, and you said down in Hawkins County.
Hawkins County.
Okay, and growing up, you had brothers and sisters? Was
Got 3 brothers and 5 sisters.
Okay, all right.
Big family.
So tell me a little bit about growing up here in East Tennessee and how things have changed from the way they are now to what they were then.
Back whenever I came along, it was still doing everything by horse and the hard way. And I was probably 10, 12-year-old before we got the first tractor.
Oh wow! You remember what kind of tractor it was?
Had a C farm.
Okay.
And we were always a farm-all side of the family, and growing up, we milked. We had a dairy. We grew a lot of small grain. Probably about 10, 12-year-old before we started really into produce. We did mostly just small grain, tobacco, and stuff like that. Then we got into produce, growing tomatoes. We grew about 3 acres of tomatoes back then. And then about along that time, we got into the greenhouse.
Okay.
And we did greenhouses right on up, and they are still today in Stanley Valley at Follett's and Son Greenhouse.
Okay.
So it was hard work back then. We done it all by hand.
Yeah.
And,
Do you have any favorite memories, any stories from growing up that come to mind when you think back to those days?
I guess I was the tough person.
Okay.
I never wore shoes in the summertime.
Oh wow. Okay.
Back then, I mean, we didn't have a lot, so we got new clothes and new shoes in the fall of the year to go to school.
Okay.
And then in the summertime, we wore whatever was left of those during the summer. So I never wore shoes. I was a person that caught every wild rabbit that came out of the field. I run them down and caught them. And I just did that. So, I enjoyed life back then, and
Yeah.
so I like to fish.
Okay.
Whenever I was 7 or 8 years old, I went to a little creek right next to the property, and I fished by myself. You can't do that now, but back then we did that, and I would go fishing.
Yeah. So when you think back and you got the first tractor and things started changing on the farm, where did you sell your well, as you said, mainly milk at that point, right?
Yeah. It was sold to Pet Dairy, which at that time was on Colonel Rock Road in Kingsport, and we milked. It had to go into the milk cans.
Okay.
And they had to have a strainer and everything, and the milk had to be strained through, and then it had to go into a cooling system. And it stayed there till the truck come and picked them up.
Okay.
So, and produce, when we started growing tomatoes and stuff, of course, my dad always row cropped some way. Sweet potatoes, things like that, and all of that, a lot of that went to wholesale places. There was a wholesale place in Gate City.
Okay.
He sold in Norton, Big Stone Gap, all back up through there. So he had a 1.5-ton truck, and he delivered all that stuff back then.
Now we've got folks that are not from this area that watch the channel. How would you describe East Tennessee farming versus Midwest or?
East Tennessee farming is a lot different on account of the small farmers. We're all small farmers. There's very few large farmers, and we do it with a lot of smaller equipment. When you get out in the Midwest, we do it still with small tractors. When you get out into the Midwest, you're dealing with the biggest tractors they got. Difference of $15,000 tractor to a $500,000 tractor.
Yeah.
Same way with equipment like combines and stuff like that, spray units. We're all small, and there's a big difference in the comparison between what we do in East Tennessee and what they do in the Midwest.
Yeah. Now we're middle of June at the time that we're recording this. So you want to kind of walk us through some of the stuff that you've got right now, and just talk us through what you really enjoy.
This is coming out of our field.
Okay.
These are the onions. These are all sweet onions. The lettuce, I actually grow that in a greenhouse.
Okay.
And I'll harvest the lettuce just about the whole season.
Okay.
So, and we go, the tomatoes are all coming out of our property.
Okay.
The beans, both kinds, and we'll have, starting next week, we'll have 5 more kinds of beans.
Okay.
The corn is coming, we started picking corn yesterday.
Wow.
The collards, the Swiss chard, the kohlrabi is all coming out of the field of ours.
Yeah.
And the turnips, the beets, and back there is what they call a June apple.
Okay.
We're picking those. I do all the canned stuff. I do that myself.
Do you really?
I do it all. I do my own honey.
How many hives do you have?
I've got 26 hives.
Okay.
And I actually do the fried pies. I do them every time at the market. I do them the day before, and so we do them.
What kind of fried pies have we got today?
Today I've got black raspberry and apple butter.
Oh man, all right.
And that's what we're growing right now. The sweet potatoes, we don't grow sweet potatoes anymore.
Okay.
And so I buy them from the market. And the peppers, we'll grow a lot of peppers, but right now they're not ready.
Yeah.
So we're allowed to supplement what we grow here at the market, and as the season continues, we'll be growing about 90% of what we sell here at the market.
Now, do you have any help on the farm, or is it?
I do my farm myself.
Okay.
Now, over where the greenhouse is at, the big farm, yeah, they've got the legal workers coming in.
Yep.
They grow about, over there, they grow 20 acres of pumpkins. And altogether, they grow about 100 acres.
Wow.
So between the two farms, we grow about all for sale.
Yeah. Now, if you could go back and take a 12-year-old boy from today back to be a friend of yours at 12 years old, what kind of stuff would y'all get into on a typical day at the farm?
To be honest with you, we don't get into a lot. We actually work every day, daylight till dark.
Yep.
And by the time you got done, you barely wanted to get to the house, maybe eat, and then go to bed. That was it. I mean, on Saturdays, we usually go somewhere to a river somewhere, we go swimming.
Yep.
Up and whenever I got up 60 years or older, well, back then the East End was still there, which is a drive-in in Rockville, drive-in.
Okay.
And the movie place down there, we'd probably go down there and spend Saturday evening, and of course Sunday was always church day.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a lot of free time.
Yeah.
It was pretty much consumed in work and things like that. Yeah.
Do you remember, just out of curiosity, you remember the price of the drive-in movie?
The price of drive-in movie was 50 cents a carload.
Okay, the car, didn't matter how many you had.
Didn't matter how many you had, didn't matter where you put them, but it was 50 cents to bring a carload in, whatever you had.
That's awesome. Jim, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.